Hello guys. Hello. I hope everyone is here.
Yes, and you're audible.
Okay. Okay guys, you all know that Java is one of the most versatile language, and Java is a programming language independent of all platforms and can be used on a wide variety of operating systems including Android, iOS, Windows and many more. This is one of the key benefits and reasons why using Java to develop Android apps is such a popular choice. And for this, we have Mr. Oishik Bandyopadhyay with us. He was he is an ex-intern in Tata Communication and a passionate DSA and Android developer. Hello, Oishik.
Yeah, good evening.
Good
Am I
evening,
audible?
Oishik. Yes, you are audible. The pitch is all yours. You can continue.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So, good evening, everyone. Uh, so, I will be guiding you through the Android development topic. Let's see how many members are here. Oh, there are still 32. Okay, so I will open for everyone. Anyone can just unmute himself or herself and ask any questions. Okay. So, let's begin. Tell me how many of you are familiar with Android development. So, have you started learning Android development or anything, any experiences, bad experiences you could share? You can write in chat also, no problem.
Oishikta, your voice is echoing actually.
Oh, okay. Is it now clear?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah, so I was telling about how many of you have started at learning Android development, or if you have any prior knowledge about Android development, you can share with us. Okay, so uh, I think no one is not familiar. Yeah. Okay. You are familiar with Java, Sai Mukherjee. Okay. Yeah, so the basic of Android development is you have to learn anything about OOPS, that is object oriented programming language. So you may be either familiar with C++ or Java or Kotlin. So Java and Kotlin are the most trusted languages for Android development. So as he told previously that Android is an open source platform. We can develop it in Java or Kotlin. So you know that Android has a large user base. Okay, so we all have smartphones right in our hand. So we almost every of us use Android smartphones. So it's a great user base. So developing Android application and is much easier for us. Okay, so and it is an open source from Google. So we know that Android has been developed by Google, and the IDE in which we develop Android apps, that is Android Studio. So it is an open source developed by Google for us, so that we can develop any apps at our choice. So then it comes to various properties, like diversity of devices is also a factor. Like as we are progressing, we have smart watches, we have smart LED TVs and all those stuffs. So those all run on Android, right? So it is a very versatile tool, you can say, versatile platform. And we have integration with Google services, like we in our daily life we can use Google Maps or anything like that. Google Maps, Google Gmail, Google Photos, we all use. So these are all Google services, and we can integrate them with our own phone also. Right, we can build an app and we can enjoy it in our mobile. So these are the few things. So I'm just starting. about Android development. So these are all the prior things you should know. What is Android and why we are learning Android development. So I will tell that if you learn any development, be it Android development or web development or anything, you should have a passion, right? So then only you can progress. Like if I do not have a passion for learning Android development, then I couldn't learn. uh, as I can state my example, like I was when I was in school, so I had a passion of developing my own software. So it will run on either in computer or mobile whatsoever. So later, after in college in the second year, I started learning Android development in Java. I had used Java because I had learned it from school and I was familiar with it. That's why I chose Java. And Android I chose because all my smartphones that I use from childhood, that is Android. And I haven't used iOS till now. That's why I had to means build an app and run on my mobile. That's more pleasing, right? So this was my one of my wish. So I started learning Android development like that. And as time passed away, I learned various apps, how to build them, how to work scalable applications and all those. Yeah, Oishik Basu, I have heard that Kotlin is used for Android development. Yeah, no, Kotlin, yeah, you can tell that Kotlin is based on Java, but it is not true because Kotlin is a separate language, right? So Java is a legacy language that is used prior to Kotlin. So Kotlin was developed much later after Java. Okay, so every companies that started developing Android application previously developed in Java, then they have migrated to Kotlin. So Kotlin is basically is more advanced than Java in terms of Android development only, because it offers various features like null safety and all those stuffs that we will discuss later. Some exception handling like things that is, and it is more fast, and the app is more scalable for developing large applications. Okay, so yeah, you can learn anyone. If you learn today, then I would say you can go to Kotlin directly. And if you're familiar with Java, then I would say that try some apps with Java, then migrate to Kotlin, because the basic is important. Language is not that important. You have to understand those things first. Okay. So, okay, let's start with it. So I am sharing my screen. Okay. Yeah, Sayan Mukherjee, you are familiar with Java but not app development. Okay, it is not an issue because you have to learn Java. That is the basic Java, right? Not the part that I am telling about Spring Boot or JDBC part. Okay, you may skip that, but you should have current knowledge about Java. That is the elementary Java that we have learned, like basic string operations, and and it is better if you know multi-threading also. But multi-threading is not needed at first beginning level. You just have basic operation, string manipulation, number manipulation, and all those stuffs to get used to it. And while learning Java, you should alongside with Java, you should learn XML. Right, that will come. You should not learn that explicitly, I would say. You could learn it on developing the Android application file. I will show you how to learn all those stuffs. Okay. So I have just prepared a PowerPoint presentation for you all. So this is Aperture 14 January 2024. Let's start. So these are the topics that I will. Okay, can you please tell me, is it visible or not? Any one of you? Just
Yes, sir, visible. Yes, sir.
okay. 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 So these are the topics. Okay. So there are basically 6 topics that I will discuss with you today. Uh, okay, you can unmute yourself and say to me, like, I am sharing my screen, that's why it will be problem. Okay, okay. So yeah, these are the 6 topics, that is activity and activity life cycle. I will discuss about that. Then we will come to XML and UI designing, the XML part that I was telling to you, extensible markup language, the full form of XML. Then we will come to splash screens, okay, toasts and snack bar. These are some interesting things that I will show to you. And handling interactions with UI, how to handle those interactions, like the Java code which we have to write in the backend, intents and its usage, and scroll list and recycler views, that is useful while scrolling, and we use them in our daily life unknowingly. Okay, so these are the few interesting basic things that we should learn while start learning Android development with Java. Right. So Android development is very useful and very easy thing. Like you should not have to fear about anything that I don't know anything. Like I know Java, but I don't know how to start Android. It's a very easy thing. Like if you know Java, then you will understand what is Android development. Just you have to make projects. Okay, so learning these development things is, you if you build more projects you could learn. It's as easy as that. Okay, so let's go to next screen. So yeah, let's come to these app screens. Which are app screens? So in our daily life we can see that you can say that when you are opening a Gmail app, then first what you see, it is the loading screen, right? So the aim of the Gmail is loading, then it guides us to the that email page where most of the mails are visible, primary and all those stuffs. And then if we click an email, particular email, then we are further guided to the respected email that we wish to view, right? So these are the screens. So in Android, each screen is referred to as an activity. Each screen is referred to as an activity. So in Android there are various activities. So if we go from the Gmail activity, that is the main page of our Gmail, from that page to the other page, right? If we wish to read an email, so that we jump from one activity to another activity. So these are the various activities. Like in this example we can see that login screen is the login or sign up option. So upon tapping on login, we are guided to the login page, or we have to enter the email ID and password. And if we tap the sign up, then we are guided to the sign up page. So these are the three other activities that we see in our Android development. So unknowingly we use them, but from today we will learn what are activities, what are the toast messages. Okay, these are interesting facts. And upon learning this, you could say that yes, from tomorrow you could, when you will be using the apps, you will be saying that yes, it's this. You can understand gradually. So you will gain interest, right? So going to the next present slide. So this is the activity life cycle, what I was saying previously in the early. So this is the you could set up flowchart in the left hand side. Activity launched, then on create, then on start. So I will discuss everything. No need to worry. So basically, think of a screen, right? Suppose you are seeing gallery. Okay, you are seeing the photos of you. So you are seeing the photos. So when you open the gallery app, that on create, this very first method on create is called triggered. That is, if you learn overriding in Java, okay. So overriding and overloading, these are the main concepts that we use. So if anyone learns overriding till now, they could understand that the overridden methods are called automatically, right, by the parent class. Basically, when we create the object, that the overridden method is called. The overridden method is the child class method of the same name, same parameter types of, that is of the parent class, right? So overloading and overriding concepts, like the oops concept, is very much needed in the Android development. If you do not have a strong grasp of oops concept, let's go back to the our basics, revise for 1 or 2 days. It will be sufficient. Like you have to learn this oops concept, like overloading, overriding, okay, a little bit of exception handling in Java, that is the try catch blocks and all. And I would say multi-threading is not needed as of now. And you need to know about the for loops, while loops, all those concepts, right? Like the functions, the classes, and especially the anonymous inner classes, right? how to develop anonymous inner class, what is the use of anonymous inner classes. Like if we don't want to uh, create a class, like create an object especially for, we can directly call the methods of our superclass through the anonymous inner class. These are all these states of uses of that is highly used in Android development. You would see, I will come to that examples later, so you will see that. Okay, so onCreate is the method that is called at the very start of our Android activity, like the gallery. When we open the gallery, onCreate method is called. Then, uh, suppose there is a phone call. Okay, your friend is calling to you. So basically, what happens? You, if you receive the phone call, then you tap the answer, and then you are directed to the phone calling screen, right? So what happens then? The gallery application that you are seeing that, so it is paused, right? So you can see that in the fourth row, you can see that there is an on pause method. Okay, so this on pause method is called so there is no need for you. This is called explicitly, and you are calling and you are talking to your friend after you have finished the phone call. Then you are returning to the gallery app. So what happens then? Then the on resume method that is present here on resume. So this is called. Okay, this is triggered automatically. So and on start means just like on resume. Okay, on start is used at the very first very first stage, like on start, which are the network connections we need to stage to connect to, what are the resources that we need to connect those things, those tabs we need to write on start, right? I am saying in very layman terms, like, so that we don't you do not have any confusions, like. So this is the very simple parts of Android development applications, this activity lifecycle. If you understand this, then it is very easy for you to guide in the future. Like on create, on start, on resume, on pause, and on stop. These are the five methods. Along with that, on destroy is also there. So on destroy is like if you are using any database or JDBC application or like that stuffs, and you want to close those connections before exiting from the app, right? So if you want to close your app, and if you and your database connection is opened, then it will consume much memory, right? It will lead to memory leakage. So if we want anything that to close before we exit from our app, then we should write that code in on destroy method. So these are the 6 methods that are used in our app. Okay, and yeah, on restart is also there. So basically on restart is like that on resume, like that. Okay, so this is when the user returns to the activity, on restart is called. So we can use on resume also or restart also. Some of these methods works hand in hand. You can also only use one. Okay, next, go to the next slide. Splash screen. What is splash screen? So uh, so basically we use it in our daily life, right? When we are using stock Android and we are using Google Photos or Gmail or anything, recently YouTube has also applied as a splash screen. So splash screen is basically the screen that is viewed to us prior to opening the main application. Okay, so when you are using Google Photos, so you will be seeing that the photos icon or logo is coming first, and then we are redirected to the photos albums page, or albums or libraries, anything like that. So that is a screen that is displayed to us for 2 seconds or 1 second, depending on the time that we set. It is nothing but giving a visually appealing thing to us, that is the smoothness. It increases the smoothness. Okay, so the primary purpose of a splash screen is to provide a smooth transition between the launch of the app and the main content. So it is usually basically a few seconds time, short period, and it is nothing but a transition, right? So if you learn handler in Java, then you could understand that this splash screen is implemented through the handler. Like handler is nothing but a delay of a thread. Okay, so on the thread you are using If you want to delay the thread, like thread dot sleep works. So handler also works. Handler is basically implemented using runnable interfaces, or handler is a basically class, Java class that is used to delay some thread activities. Okay. So basically, if you do not have knowledge about trading, it is not bad. Just go and brush up what your Java oops concept. This handler and all stuffs you would master later. No problem. Okay, so this is the splash screen. Next, come to toasts. Okay, let's check the comments. Okay, so Emily goes, what's the difference between on stop and on destroy? Right. So as I told you, on pause and on stop. Okay, those are deletable. Like on ending the Android development updation. Okay, those the on stop code is also written in the on pause code. So on you can use on stop or on pause anything. And on destroy is basically written that is preferred before on stop for Android applications. Like if you open JDBC connections, then we should prefer it writing in the on destroy rather than in on stop. Basically, on stop is the means mid layer between on pause and on destroy, on mid function. So basically, on stop is not as reliable as on destroy upon destroying that. But on stop and on pause are basically the same thing. Okay, that's the difference. Just you need to basically, if I come to the previous screen, the activity life cycle on uh, 1 second. On create, on start, on resume. So on pause here, yeah, user returns to the activity. So you can see that on it leads to the on restart also, and on restart also leads to on restart. So it's the same thing, right? So yeah, any questions, anyone? Okay, so let's resume. So yeah, so every one of us come around the toast message, right? When we are sending an email, that is sending email, the toast is written under below the screen at this height. Okay, so every one of us encounter in daily life. So this is known as toast message. Toast. Okay, Android toast. So toast is basically, you can say, a class. Okay, toast is a class in a small and temporary notification that provides information about apps actions. So basically, it lasts for 2 to 3.5 seconds, depending upon the length that we are using. If we use length short, then it persists for 2 seconds, and if we will write the parameter toasts.length long, then it lasts for 3.5 seconds. Okay. So what is this length short and length long? It is nothing but what you say. It is a final variable, an integer variable that stores these values, 2 seconds and 3.5 seconds values. It is nothing. Sorry, it is nothing but these values. Okay, so it is defined as final int final like this. Okay, fine. Sorry, final int this length short like this in the superclasses. So we have to write this toast message like this: toast dot make text. Okay, context is the context upon which we are which are developing the Android. So upon showing you the code, you can understand this is what is known as context. Okay, and this is in the codes. It is written as this is a short toast. So this is basically a string. You can write here anything. You can use your name and anything. Okay, and this and the third parameter is that what I have described as short and long, 2 seconds and 3.5 seconds, that is. And then dot show. Dot show is the method that we are calling for displaying the operation. That, like we have used display method, that is the show method we are calling to display the text. Okay, these are the few basic things if you wish to show the text toast message. Okay. So next we are moving to snack bar. So every one of us have used the snack bar, right? Every one of us used. Used means we have encountered in our, like, this is a Gmail application. You can see the image. Okay, so if we swipe left or right, it is like undo operations come below. Like if spam or anything else, if we sweep it to the right, then it is a spam, marked as spam, all these filters, and there is undo option written. So it is just like toast, but it has a difference, because the difference between toast and snack bar is that snack bar is, see, the previous slide, see that this is a small toast, like the size of the toast is as big as the, as large as the string that it contains, sending message. But see, it basically covers the entire portion, like the rectangular portion of the screen. And it basically appears from bottom and diminishes like that. But it can last as long as we want. We can set the timer here, like for the toast it is 2.5 to 3 seconds, but here we can even go to 10 seconds or 100 seconds depending upon us, okay, depending on the developer. So another aspect of using snack bar over toast is that we can perform operations here. Like in the toast, you can see that there are no operations that you can perform, right? The like the these undo operations here, we can perform undo operations. We can click this. This is not a button, but this is a text, but it is a responsive text. We can click that and we can get back what we have deleted or what we have filtered out. So it is the disadvantage of using the toast, but toast are just like a simple message, like what you can say, like sending email, okay. And yeah, you can write in chat what in which conditions you can face the toast messages, okay. You can write in chat. So next we are coming to, so any questions from snack bar and toasts? Yeah, setting an alarm, right? Alarm set successfully. It is 4 hours, 60 minutes, about 59 minutes from now. Yeah, sure. Tofik Mandal. True. So it's basically, it's a very interesting, right? Basically we come across everything, but we don't know what is called snack bar, what is called toasts. And for me it was like that I was using daily, but I didn't know how to implement this, how to make myself my own. Just I have used the already predefined applications, but when I have developed these toast and snack bars, it's an immense pleasure. You know, if you are developing a toast by your own, then you are showing it to your friends. It's a great pleasure. Next, we are coming to handling interactions with UI. So you all know these things, right? We open swipe, we all come down from notifications. We all, this is a keep notes screenshot. So basically, the interactions with user UI is just tapping any button. We are notification drawer. We are drawing from the top. These are the handling interactions with the UI. So Android UI interactions are primary point of user interaction, display application data on the screen. Okay. So what are the types of controls that we can access, like the buttons, text views, text fields? Okay, text views are the text views, like the news headlines or the news description that we see, or anything like the name of our app is also a text view, right? The Google Photos or the photos, the Gmail, the notes, these are all written in text views. And then comes the text fields. That is nothing but like when we fill up a form, right? There is a edit text, that the place where we write our name or write our roll number, like in the Google form. So these are all the text fields that we use, right? Then comes the sig bar. So we all love listening music or watching a movie. So we all come across sig bars. We just pull and move forward that part. Or the stick bar is the progress bar of the music that continuously evolves, right? So those are known as sig bars. We can another example is that we can increase or decrease our phone volumes through the sig bars. So these are the sig bars. Check boxes are you can see from the screenshot, that is the grocery list, the paper towel, skim milk, and all these things. These are the check boxes. So if we finish it, so basically, sorry, it's basically bullet points as I see. Basically, you know the check boxes, right? Those are this type of rectangular squared that we can tick. Like what are the uh, food items we like, right? So that time we check box. Then zoom buttons is basically those buttons we use plus or minus for zoom toggles. In our map, Google Map, we use them regularly. And toggle buttons like anything like torch switch, right? So if you download a Google Play application from Google Play Store, and you start using the torch, so you can see upon pressing one time it switches on, and upon pressing another time it switches on. So that is known as toggle button. Toggle button is nothing but first time if you press it switches on, next time if you press it switches on, again next time you press it switches on. So this is how toggle buttons work. So these are some key terms that is used. So you all have used these things, right? But it is the naming conventions and those things that you have come across now. So handling interactions with UI is nothing but button clicks. Event handling, and event handling is button click and same. And asynchronous UI updates. That is, suppose you are reading Google News, right? So first time you are reading the news, you saw sports news, then you come across a political news, and so on stuffs going on. Next, if you update that, like scrolling from the top to bottom, then you can see that the news is refreshed, right? So then again, the new news, that is the latest recent news, have come across the list, populating the list views. So that is basically the asynchronous UI updates that come across devices, connections, or those types, right? So this is known as the asynchronous UI updates. Next, we move to the following: intent and its use. Okay. So anyone have any doubts till now? Let's see the chat. Is there any limit how to long a string we can display in a toast? No, no. Basically, yeah. It has a some limit like 300 to 350. I don't recall at now, but it has a limit. You can't write a whole essay in a toast. Okay. It is basically 300 letters, or 300 to 500 letters, basically, depending on that. And so many goes bookmarks we put on ebooks are also toggle buttons, right? Ebooks. Okay, I haven't used uh, ebooks a lot, but yeah, you can define it more elaborately. Like basically, toggles are if we press first time it switches on, and next time it switches off. Uh, Basically, toggles is like that. Okay. Any query? Okay, let's continue then. So intents, right? So as the name suggests, intention, but it's not the intention, it's intent. So intent is a very famous thing, and we have used in our daily life. We haven't known till now. Those who haven't learned Android development till now, they can understand that intent. Uh, uh, you have come across intent in daily usage, but haven't known that it's as easy as intent, right? So basically, an intent, why we use an intent. Suppose we are seeing a picture in our gallery, that same example of a gallery. Okay. So upon liking a picture, we wish to share it to our friends, right? So we use the share option in our gallery, that is present in almost all gallery, photo gallery. Then upon pressing that what is called that share button, okay, then you can see that a drawer opens from below, and there are various options like WhatsApp, Gmail, and other social media apps that you are using, Facebook, Instagram. Okay, so upon clicking WhatsApp, then it guides us to the WhatsApp. It's pauses that activity, that app that we are using that on pause method, and we are redirected to the new app that we wish to share our news. If we wish to send it through Gmail account, we can also use that upon pressing the Gmail icon. Okay, so then we are redirected to the Gmail account. Then we are using our email account and subjects and bodies, and then we basically send the email. So have you wondered how it happened, or you have thought that all developers of the app has to write that code upon which apps that's I previously used to think that the developers need to write that code explicitly to that WhatsApp code also, but it's as easy as intent, that intent's use. Okay, so what's is used? It's basically an Android class. You can more explicitly say it as a Java class. Okay, intent. So upon using it, we can migrate from one app to another, one screen to another screen. Okay, it's clear. So basically, one screen to another screen. Like if we tap an email, like there are various types of mails that come, unread emails, and upon tapping that email, we are redirected to the body of the email. Okay, so have you wondered how that happened, how that screen changed dynamically? So that is also intent. Okay, so upon tapping that, a new activity is opened. That is the body activity that we call as that email. Suppose stop thinking about email. Let's talk to about a message that is the most familiar we use daily, the SMS or the message app that is present in our phone. So whenever there is a new message, it blinks or it bolds the message. Upon clicking it, we are redirected to the message body or the message that fragment. So basically what happens is that a new activity is opened. Okay, that is through intent. Okay, so intent basically takes us from one activity to another activity, and it also takes us from one app to another app. And it doesn't that it does this both the tasks at the same time. It depends properly upon the developer's wish, right? If we have to share anything to other apps, if the user wants to communicate with other apps, then we have to write the intent based on how we can communicate with other apps, right? It's basically a one or two line code. It's as easy as that, right? It's nothing any complex. And if we used to migrate from one to another activity, then it's also a two-line code, nothing. Just you have to create an object and call a method. That's it. That's easy. And okay, okay, let's tell that now. So you have also encountered states like what I may say. Suppose you are using an application, okay, or you need to share anything, and if we want to share any image or anything, then you can write the caption below also, that caption or text, anything about the image. Okay, and that the picture along with the text is sent to the email, and you would be surprised to find that upon sharing it in Gmail, the text has already copied to the body, the bold text or the heading text has already copied to the email subject, and the picture is attached to the that is the body. So you have surprised how it has done. Okay, so that is all through intent also only that, but we have to pass some extras with the intent. So that is how it works. So basically that is a two-line code, but if we pass anything extra, right, the suppose the username or the text body or the image, then we have to write like the object name dot put extras, and that's it. That's we have to use the object or the variable with that, and some lines of code that is merely a one or two line. Okay, that's as easy as that. So that's the intent. So there are basically two types of intent. Sorry. So there are basically two types of intent: implicit and explicit intent. Okay. So intents extras are okay. So implicit intent is nothing but the intents from one activity to another. Okay, and explicit intents are like connecting two or more apps. Okay, So that's explicit intents are like passing any extras, okay, extras to another activities. But implicit intents are like without passing any extras, and that is as key value pairs that can be added to an intent. Key value pairs are basically, if you learn map hash map or hashing, you could understand, or if you have the basic knowledge also, then you can understand that key value pairs is nothing but like a dictionary type of pair where keys are unique and values can be anything different. Okay, so for each key there is a value, like for our college each roll number has a specific name, and keys are unique, like every of your roll numbers are unique, right? So for each respected roll numbers you have specially a name. So that's the key value pair they are using. So that's it, key value pairs. Okay, so upon passing from one activity to another, so basically you have to think like that. Suppose we are passing from one activity to another, or our name. Okay, so how we can pass, that is the suppose writing the key as name in a me name, and value as, that is the string that we have applied in our edit text or text field. So on the next activity, upon receiving that, we have to extract that, write the same key. Okay, like the object name is ob dot get within brackets that key name. So basically we have to remember that key. That key is the main thing for retrieval of that value, right? So that is basically how intent works upon extras. Clear? So here you can see that there is just a username and password. So basically on login we are redirected to another activity, that is nothing but displaying that what text we have written in our edit text, that is username is Niraj and password is Niraj, right? So that's intent. We will see in our practical like in our coding if we have time, right? So any questions till now? Simply Google form type of thing, right? Yeah. Okay, so we have all discussed about intent. Let's go to the scroll view. That's another interesting thing. So we have used scroll view every day. Okay, so basically all that stuff like reading a big news that is not fitted in a screen, that we can come across scroll view. Okay, so there are a list of colors: Alice blue to crimson, corn silk, coral. So you can see there are more colors that is not fit in one screen. So we can show them using scroll view. So scroll view is nothing but an XML code. Okay, scroll view basically an XML code that we have to write like this. This is a XML code. So if anyone is familiar with XML, it's good. Then they can understand. But if no one has any idea, that's also good, because it's as easy as to learn. Okay, you just have to be hands on with XML code to learn. Nothing, I haven't learned XML from anything, any courses or anything, right? So HTML, XML are both same kind of things. HTML is for designing the skeleton of the web page. Okay, XML is also like that, but upon HTML we have to apply CSS. Okay, but here XML is all the thing. It's one man army. So basically XML is you can think of like this, that every Android application has two parts, front end and back end. Okay, front end is the XML part and back end is the Java logics that you are writing, right? So XML is nothing but the structures, that forms, like the Google forms that you have said, the alarm application, the Gmail application, that the screens that we see, that is all designed in XML. But the backend codes, the Java codes, upon clicking a button, what will be done in the next stage? What are the backend processings that will be going on? Okay, the alarm that we are setting, what is the backend logic that rings the alarm? These all are defined in the Java code. But the front end part, how we are defining our times and all these things are defined in XML. Clear? So scroll view, we are in the scroll view. So scroll view is basically nothing, an XML code, Upon that, there is a linear layout. You can write this or not. Linear layout is another thing. I will discuss it. Okay, that is the scroll view part. Now you will be saying that uh, so basically scroll view is a static list. Okay, so anything dynamic we can fit here, like our college CSC 2. Suppose if you study in CSC 2 and it is your first semester, right? We are assuming first semester CSC 2. So in the next semester, when you migrate to CSC 2 and the second semester, then the freshers will occupy your positions in the first semester, right? So that is dynamic. So the database has to be changed and the values has to be changed and the changed value has to be displayed. So that's not possible in scroll view. Scroll view is just simple static definitions, right? So you are writing an essay and you can expect an essay to fit in one screen. So you can see that there are scrolls, the scroll bars are appearing beside as you scroll down. That is a scroll view, right? So you are reading a big news, that is a scroll view. But yeah, but sometimes news are also that is in the list view, not in the scroll view, because news is dynamic, it changes from time to time. We will come to that in the next slide also. So list view, what is list view? See, here is the list view. It is basically an Android phone. That is the settings page that is open. It is a stock Android phone. And you can see network in internet, connected devices, apps, notifications, all those stuffs are written one by one in a row. So that is a list view. So you can tell the difference between list view and scroll view. No, till now you can't tell. But list view has more advantages than scroll view. Like if we wish to print our 1,000 names, okay, in a list view, and if we wish to touch each views and see what are our roll numbers, right, we can do that easily. Like if we touch here the battery, we will be redirected to the battery page and we will see the battery stats up on the screen on times and all those stuffs. Okay, but in the scroll view we can touch. We have to touch the whole activity or the whole content. Okay, but in this list view we can touch each row. Okay, basically network and internet is separate row, connected device separate row. Upon touching that, every other activities are opened. Okay, so basically it is the multiple rows and contents and adapter that automatically inserts the items into the list. So if we are using list view, we define an adapter class. It's nothing but creation of objects. Okay, so I will tell every one of you that Android development is as easy as you think. Like everything is defined, predefined. Like the Java codes, the Java classes, everything that is pre-written. We don't have to think anything. Just implement, just know the classes and implement with creation of objects, and that's all. That's depends solely on our creativity and nothing else, because every classes are predefined, like the list view. Then we will come to recycler view. Okay, this everything is predefined. Just we have to know that which part we have to implement and just implement that time to time. That's nothing to need to worry what are the backend codes, how will the views be refreshed, how will on clicking it will transform it to another. You don't have to worry about the backend codes. That's already written by the developers, right? So it's as easy. But just we need to go through the list view. Okay, so we need to populate the list view through an array. Suppose you 32 candidates, as I have seen in the previously. So 32 candidates, if you write your name in an array, string array, okay, and that you feed to an adapter. That is the adapter that we come across here, list view adapter. So if you feed to that adapter, it will basically create these rows. Okay, that is a custom list view that we are using seeing in the left of us. But in the primary list view, that is the very basic list view, all the names of the students will come in a row, in a table basically. If we scroll above, which is basically the settings page, that we will go across and across till the last name. Okay, and we can implement list view vertically and horizontally also, no problem. Like in the, you can see the WhatsApp status, right? That is now, previously it was vertical. So Now it's has been updated and it's like horizontal. We have to scroll. So these are all the things you cannot horizontal or vertical. It's already dependent upon your choice, right? Then we come across on item click listener. So if you have performed any development prior, or if you haven't performed also, on item click listener is a method that is defined in an anonymous inner class of Java. That's nothing but, as the name suggests, item click listener. So upon clicking any item, we will be redirected to some page or like that. But it's nothing, it's just creation of an object. Suppose if we want to click on button, sorry, not button, any item in the list view. So if we click any item on the list view and that item is L1, so L1 dot on item click listener, so it basically create an anonymous class. And in Android Studio, it's so flexible, like you don't have to write half of the course, it will automatically write for you. Okay, so it's as intelligent, and you don't have to think anything, just implement the basic codes. Like upon clicking it, what will happen? Will it show a toast, or will it show a snack bar, or will it lead to a new activity? That basic codes we have to write. But how to take to that other activity, or what are the basic implementations, that is written on item click listener, right? So and for complex list, we can create custom layouts that we are seeing. That is custom. Why custom? Because see, you can see there are icons, there are bold text, there are medium size text, and there is a search setting, edit text also. So that is basically customized. Okay, so Google has customized with these icons and all these things. So we can also design our custom lists as our wish. Okay, and notify dataset changed. So notify dataset change is nothing but if we are using dynamic, okay, dynamic screens, like that I am using the reference of news app or anything Google News. Okay, that obviously doesn't use list view. That is more advanced technology. I will come across the next presentation. That is the recycler view that they are using. Okay, so if we assume that they are using list view, then dynamically you know that upon time to time it is refreshed. Okay, the latest news are seen. If we go day after tomorrow, you will not see today's news. So it is updated. So notify dataset changed is a method that will tell the list view object that, hey, the means the array has changed, your data has changed, let's recycle that, let's change that. Okay, so notify dataset changed is just a method, just you have to know these sentences, that's all, and the backend code will do everything for you, right? So okay, have anyone have any issue with the scroll view and list view? Next, because we will jump to the recycler view, that's a very important thing. So June, is list view the more elaborated part of scroll view? See, scroll view and list view have two separate applications, as I have said. So scroll view is for static views. Okay, so you have written an essay and you wish to share it to your friends. So that essay will not fit in one screen, right? So for that you can use scroll view. No need of list view. But list view is of different purpose. Suppose you have prepared a list upon the tours where you have visited, like Vizag, Puri, Digha, right? So there are suppose 15 states that you have visited, or 15 tourist spots. So it will not fit in one screen if you use a bold configurations upon text. Okay, so at that time we have to write it in list view, and list view is basically uh, for each row there is a line. Okay, so every row is clickable. In scroll view that is not clickable. If you click the scroll view, that is the entire text we are copying or touching. But in the list view we can select each respected list upon each row, and we can go to like we have seen in the settings page, right? We can go to battery, we can go to apps, that is the respected things. So we can do this, we can do that in scroll view. Okay, so let's come back to recycler view. So recycler view is an advanced form of list view. So you may tell, what is the reason behind that? We are happy with that list view, right? Why we have to need to learn another new class of Java, that is the recycler view. So recycler view is nothing. Recycler view. So okay, so let's start from the basic. Suppose you are seeing the left screenshot that is taken today only. So you can't imagine how many news can it store, right? Google News has a very huge database. It can range from sports to religion to sciences, health, everything, and each parts or each categories have thousands of news. So suppose if we feed thousands of news and there are 5 lakh news, okay, total. I am not considering it as thousand. I am storing it as 5 lakh total. So storing 5 lakh news in a array, okay, and loading it in the screen is a huge memory utilization, and phone's processor can't bear that load, and it will eventually crash the app. Okay, so list view is good for small number of operations, like if we have 15 to 20 and you know that it will not increase the size upon days. Okay, so list view is used in case you are using any that the settings page is using the list view, right? Why? Because you know Google will not increase the number of settings in that page. And if that increases, it will be mere 1 to 2, and it will be constant within 30 menus, right? So it will not increase drastically to 1 lakh or 2 lakh. So that is the implementation of list view. But for large data sets, right? So if there are 1 lakh, 2 lakh, or 5 lakhs, we can load that one at a time, because our processor will hang, and the app will crash, and it will be a very bad thing. So for resource utilization and for memory utilization and optimization, we are using recycler view. So what that does, it basically nothing but it, you are seeing 3 news in the screen. That too, one is full and one is 70-80%, and another is 10 or 20%. So basically, the 3 news, if we consider 3 only, then the 3 news that you are seeing in the screen, okay. So that is news, and the other and consider 2 news above that top Ishan Kishan news, and 2 news more in that below that science or technological something that news. Okay. So consider 5 news. So that 5 news are being loaded at a time. Okay, and the rest of the news, that is 5 lakh, suppose I am assuming 5 lakh news are there, 5 lakh minus 5, that is something 4 lakh something, that amount of the news is not loaded. So basically memory optimization is that the number of news that is present in the screen and plus 2 minus 2, okay, the plus 2 from both the ends, suppose the number of news plus n. So those number of news are loaded at a time, and the rest of the news are not loaded. Okay, that will save memory, save processing speeds. Okay, so if we scroll down again, those news that we are seeing, that news will be eliminated from the memory. That will be taken care of. Like that, you have learned garbage collector, right, in Java. So that will basically destroy those news, and various other life cycle that we are telling, that on destroy, or those, okay, that kind of methods will destroy or just basically drop those news from the screen, so that they will not incur any memory. The memory will be used only by the news that is being displayed currently. Okay, so that is the main aim of the recycler view. Okay, so as the user scroll through the recycler views, that move out of the view visible area are detached from the recycler view. So that's the main motto of the recycler view. So there are basically 3 methods on implementing the recycler view. That is the on bind view holder. First there is the on create, then on bind, and get item count. So if we implement the recycler view, we will come across these methods. That is the, I am telling very briefly, you just hear that. On create view holder, okay, on create view holder is a method. So these are the 3 methods that I have said right now: on create view holder, on bind view holder, and get item count. These are the 3 methods that need to be written by us. Okay, that is the overwritten methods. If we do not write that, then there is compile time error. Okay, so the app will not compile and run. So these are the 3 methods that we need to write. Why we need to write? Because these are the 3 main methods. On create view holder does what it does is that it creates the views for us. Okay, so you are seeing, suppose this McAllister news. Okay, first there is an image view, then there is a text view, then there is a timestamp, Liverpool FC, and there is some buttons like share, menu, and that heart icon. Okay, these are the some. So this is designed in an XML for each view. So for all these views to incorporate in the app, so on create view holder is designed. Okay, it defines the views of the app. Then on bind view holder. On bind view holder does this, that it collects the data dynamically from the database or from the web, and just processes it into the and feeds into the rows of the recycler view for each view. Okay, and we can get and if we touch each view, then we are redirected to that view specific. Okay, that is taken care of by the unbind view holder, right? And get item count is nothing but there is a parameter, we have to return that parameter, that is nothing but the number of views that is content, that the get item count from the name suggests that what is the number of views. So you don't have to count that, that is already written in the parameter, we just have to return that. Okay, that is automatically taken care of in the superclasses. Okay, so as I have told that everything is defined, everything is pre-written, you just have to know which type of views, which type of objects you need to create, suppose which type of application you are using now, which type of applications you need to develop, and you have to just make that sense, and Android development is very easy, right? So yeah, so up to these, any questions from your side? Anybody, you can unmute and say questions. No problem. No questions. So, is it interesting, right? Is it interesting to you or it's boring?
No, 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 it's interesting.
Okay, okay.
Yes,
Okay. So, let's go to some examples, then you'll find it more interesting because I have just moved over to the theories. So, let's jump to
sure.
the, yeah. So, starting from the first, what we have learned about activity life cycles, XML and UI designing. Okay, so we are just starting with a very basic app. You just have to know about the XML part. So, okay, so this is the application that I was developing for you prior to the meeting. Uh, this is the Aperture 2024. There's an error. Okay, no error. So can I connect it from phone so that you can see? Let's join myself from phone so that you can see the output. Just give me 1 second. Yeah. So is it visible, right?
Yes, yes, visible.
Screen. Yeah. Okay. So okay. Uh, so this is the app. Okay. You are seeing my computer screen also, right?
Yes, yes, your
Hmm.
computer screen. Yes.
Yeah. So just see the PC screen. So this is the XML part. Uh, so this is the XML part, and you can see that there are four. Okay, let's close everything. Close all the tabs. So let's start from the basic. This is an Android Studio. Okay, this
Sorry
is
for interruption. It's echoing very much. Can you please check?
okay. To check. Right. Okay, let's. Okay, I will join from phone later.
Okay,
Let's.
okay, okay, fine.
Okay, so let's focus on this. So this is the Android Studio. Hmm. So there are projects. This is the manifest. You all are new, so I just brush up little. So this is manifest file. Okay, manifest file is nothing. Manifest file is just the file that contains every basic parts that we want to tell Google that yeah, these permissions we are using, these activities we are using, these are the tasks that we are doing. Just a basic task like for permissions, for background tasks, what we are using, what activities we are using. Now you are clear what are known as activities, what screens we are using, how many screens, what are the intents that we are using, all those stuffs we have to write as a diary or notebook. That notebook is known as the manifest file. That is the same XML that is coded in a XML file, XML language. Okay, so let's come to the manifest file first. This is the manifest file, that is the XML code. Okay, so okay, just clear this set alarm. So I was trying to develop a alarm application. Nothing bad. So you can use permissions here, like users permission. So you can see that set alarm, internet, access Wi-Fi. Okay. So whenever we download an app from Google Play Store, right? Suppose a gallery application or camera, anything, any third-party applications, then we can see that we have to give permissions. Okay, allow all permissions or restricted or don't allow all those stuffs. So why we allow? Because the in the manifest file that is written what are the permissions that we need to use. Okay, internet, Wi-Fi, uh, anything like answer phone calls, like calling and all. You can see various battery stats. So some of them are stored like the basically the microphone and camera permissions, and basically all are uh, checked by the Google Play system, Google services, that everything is true or not. Use fingerprint is a permission, vibrate is a permission. Okay, even on setting, we have to setting an alarm. We have to check the permission. We have to use the permission. Without permission, we can't set the alarm. Okay. So these are these things that what icon we should use, what will be the label of our name, what should be the round icon or square icon. That is round icon. It's restricted from I think Android 11 onwards. So yeah, I would suggest that every one of us, okay, after this call gets sent, we should visit the Android developers blog, because from there it is everything is written. That is the open source community, you can say. That is developed by Google, and every that is the modern technologies about the Android that is posted there, updated. Currently we are using Android 14 that is launched in October. So everything about Android 14 you can get from there, no problem. And every day it is updated, and everything like the snack bar, toast, everything from basic to advanced, it is written. That what are the for everything, for Kotlin also, for Java also, what are the methods that we should write, because every one of us has learned from there only, right? We can experiment that what class it might be, and then clear it. We haven't learned by that. Google has already told what are the classes that we need to implement for setting an alarm, for going to the intent, for raising another activity, that recycler view, list view, everything is defined with code, with snippets, so that you can be familiar with it. Okay. So at the end of the meet, I will post the link also. Please take a note and let's move on. So these are the activities what we have defined, like the main activity. So this main activity that you can see here, the main activity that is already defined. So how can we create a new activity? Let's define file. Okay, open, sorry, file, new, new project, and you can see there are various tasks. Okay, Google Map activity, because that is something predefined, something pre-written. So if you basically start from scratch, then we have to select empty activity and move on to next. Okay, then it will suggest what application name, suppose Aperture 2024. Okay, and we can use Java or Kotlin. We can select languages from here, and minimum SDK. Okay, so I have selected minimum SDK as Android Pie, that is 9.0. So you can see that up to Android 34 it is updated, because my Android Studio is 1 or 2 years old. That's why it is showing Android 34. It is not showing Android 14, 13 also. So yeah, that's all. But it will run in Android 14 seamlessly, no problem. Just we have to enter the Android Studio, that is this application. Okay, then we have to click on finish, and you can see that everything is scanning files, and it is preparing basically the pages that you need to write. So what you have seen, you have seen that activity main.xml and main activity.java is automatically created for us. So basically every tabs is open, that's it's quite slow, and Android Studio is quite a heavy task, right? So it is fast compatibly with years. It has been optimized, but still it's a view resource taking application. So you can see that main activity is already defined, it's not up to define by your own, and it's the code that is already written. Main activity extends app compare activity. So app compare activity is basically the superclass that we are extending. So you have, if you learn inheritance, you can understand that if we inherit from a superclass, then we have to write the extends key1, right? And this onCreate method is overridden. You can see the annotation here, override. Okay, so this onCreate method is already also defined in this app compare activity in another way. But in this way, in this class, we can define it in our own way. Just you have learned overriding, right? So that's nothing exceptional. That's it. Okay, and here you can see that activity main.xml is already created. So what is activity main.xml is nothing but a screen. We have said that what is activity we have learned. Then we have come to activity main.xml. So you can see that this code is already written. This is the split mode. This is a design mode. This is the code mode. Code only the code will be shown. This is a split, one design, one code. So I prefer this mode. Okay. So basically, what this is a hello world. It is already written. Okay. See, hello world. So you are seeing like, what is written here. You can't understand. Okay. So this is a constant layout. You can see if anyone has any issue, you can say. So this is a basically, so yeah. So this is a spring-like structure, right? So what is this? If I cross it, if I cross it from suppose bottom, then you can see that the spring, these three springs contracts and this gone up. Okay, if I cross it also, then see, you can see that it is moved. Okay, so this is like a spring structure that circles and circles, and it basically keeps every view in every position of the screen. It doesn't basically it restricts from going from one place to another for different screen size phones. Like my phone is taller, your phone is wider, upon different density based pixels. Okay, pixels are the very minute things on the screen. That is, every screen is made of pixel per inch, PPI or DPI, density per inch. These are the things that you can, if you are a techie, you will know these things, that every screen size has different pixels, right? So that varies from phone to phone. So if we constrain it from all the sides, that will be taken care of. So whenever we are designing an application, we have to think of various screen sizes, right? Might it be a small size phone, or 6.1 inch phone, or 6.7 inch phone? It's all depend. So you have to run everything, like WhatsApp runs every size phone. So upon designing the WhatsApp, it has been taken care of. So basically there are constants. So these are the constants. Constants is nothing but this spring-like structure. You can see these are the constraint. Okay. Parent means these four edges are known as the parents, right? This one is left parent, this is right parent. So these are the terms. Like if I remove this, okay. So basically at the beginning, okay, you will feel like drawing, like this is a drag and drop thing, right? So if I drag a button here, see the button has come. I can draw like this, and it's as easy. And you would say I would continue Android development like this, but it's recommended not to use like dragging, because since there are two components, you can basically drag and drop, no problem. But if there are multiple problems, like upon seeing the WhatsApp chat, you can see that there are timestamp, chat messages, my messages, his or her messages. Okay, then various other things like mic toggles, text box. So those all collapse. Okay, and later we can just like this do drag and drop, because everything is messed up upon dragging and dropping. So yeah, you can start like this, because in my initial days I have also started Android development like this, dragging and dropping. Then finally I have switched to writing code, because upon you will master it upon seeing the code gradually. It will not come in one day. Okay, so if you are using a button, you can see what codes like the width or height of the buttons you have to specify. Okay, wrap content means upon the content it will be wrapped. So if we specify the height as text view, sorry, this is the button. So if we do the height as 100 dp is the density based pixel, and sp is the scale based pixel. Sp is recommended for text, and dp is used for anything, buttons, tabs, okay, everything. So this is the button. See, you can see the height has been increased. So if we increase the height to 200 dp, it will see it is longer, the height. So we are reducing the height to 40 dp or so 50 dp, and increasing the width. If you increase the width, you can see it has been increased in the width. Okay, so this is how we can change the shape and size, and we can control everything. And it's like suppose if you write the text now, it will come as suggestion like this: text size, text color. You don't have to write the whole sentence text, just text, and we can say good evening. Okay, just as easy as that, and it will be displayed. So these are only XML codes. Okay, XML is very easy, just like HTML. You have their tags. You can write as tags, like just as we. If you are familiar with XML, you can basically understand that. Okay, any questions from your side till now? Oh, sorry, mid screen. Yeah, mine HDD with 4 GB RAM. Yeah, yeah. I think it will run in 4 GB also, no problem. 2 GB is a problem. 2 GB laptop is not fine. Okay. The HDD does not matter. It will be a bit slow. Yeah. Yeah, Android Studio is power hungry. Okay, and you can see that if you use in the battery mode, you can see the charge is quite drain fast. So it is basically you have to use it while charging in plug-in mode. Okay, so these are the simple things, like we have designed a text box. So you can see the text, right? So if we design your text size, and suppose text size is, suppose we are giving it as 30 sp. Oh, sorry, it is button. Sorry. So text size is 30 sp. Okay, so you can see that the text size has increased. You can give text color also, color dot. These are the predefined colors. You can perform your own colors to RGB colors. Okay, teal is this color. Okay, so this is the very basic, and you can see I have, this is the front end. Okay, so upon clicking on this button, what we have done is okay, what is done? Mm, I think it has been erased. Okay, okay, no problem. Oh, this is the main activity I have just created. Okay, so you can see here that I have created just the simple application for you just before. What is the layout? Okay, so yeah, so this is the XML code, manifest code, yeah, and you can see that Java this layout. So you can see these are the folders, right? You don't have to touch these things. Okay, these are all the things, but see, here is the Java class main activity that is already predefined. Okay, we are dealing, as of now we are dealing with one activity only, main activity. We are not jumping to another activity. We will showcase those activities later after 5 or 10 minutes. So activity main, see here I have designed this screen. If I enlarge, you can see toast and snack bar. So I have just cited these examples with a toast and snack bar. Upon clicking this, you can see a toast and snack bar. Okay, so just as I have stated the example previously, the text, nothing but a text. Okay, constraint, Then the button toast. Okay, I have assigned an item as me. I don't know why I'm assigned me. Okay, and button snack bar, and we can assign anything. ID is just any ID. Like why we assign the ID? We assign the ID because we have, if we wish to implement or work with it later in our Java code or in the backend, then we just state an ID. So basically, what that ID does is that you will find very interesting thing just right after that. That, see, the main activity main. So this is the front end, right? So if I'm clicking the toast, what will we will lead to the backend code. So this is all the created thing. So up to this it is created. Okay, these are the codes that I have written on my own that we have to write. Okay, so as I have stated about, okay, just start from the basics. So see, I have written two things: private button, toast, and snack bar. Right? Button is a class, Android class or Java class specifically. Toast and snack bar are the two objects. Okay, of that button. That object is not initialized, just declared, right? And that is private because it will not be accessible from any other class. Just ensuring that my class has a secured variables, nothing more than that. So basically, see these two test statements, 24 and 25 line number. Toast and snack bar. Toast equals to find view by id r.id.me. So you remember I have assigned that toast button with id me. Okay, so toast equals to find view by id. What does that mean? Find view by id. Find view by id is the Java method, right? So basically, you can say that Android method also, no problem. So basically, what it does, it converts XML code to Java code. So basically, what happens if you are using an XML code, you can't directly manipulate any XML code in the backend. First, you have to convert it into Java code, and then you have to process it whatever you like. Okay, so first we have to convert it from XML code to Java code. So this find vy id will convert XML code to Java code for you. Okay, same as the snack bar, line number 25. This statement will convert XML code for you from the XML code to Java code. Okay, automatically in the backend, and store it in this object, toast object and snack bar object. Okay, that we have defined previously above our method on create. Okay, see the on create method that we have studied in Android lifecycle, because so this is everything. So this start from on create, and we can write on stop. This is not written on stop, on destroy, so we can write it also. So basically this is a simple application, so it is not written. Another thing is snack bar that I have discussed, that you can perform operations. Okay, we can perform undo operation or any operations we describe. It is certain long. So just okay. Well, finally, we will implement the output. So if I turn on the mobile, it is echoing. So basically, let's skip that part. So basically, it will. Okay, I will show you to it in the later part. So any questions from your side till now? Nothing. So you can ask questions, no problem. You can turn on mic also. Okay, so basically let's go to an interesting app. So this is a voice email I have developed in my initial days. So what it does, okay, so I have to need to tell you about build Gradle. What is Gradle? Gradle is also like just like manifest, but Gradle has separate application. Like Gradle is an engine, right? So it basically functions how we what are the minimum SDK, means the standard Android versions. Okay, target SDK, what we are targeting. This is predefined. We don't have to write. These all codes are pre-written. We don't have to write. Just this dependencies. Dependencies means the external libraries that we need to incorporate in our app. So these are the previous external libraries. We don't have to implement anything. These are all pre-written codes. So Android Studio is smart enough to understand what are the libraries that you need, and it will basically. But if we need to implement more, like if we are using Volley library for APIs, like programming interface, we all have learned. So for APIs, we have to like develop, we have to implement those like implementation, those libraries that named Volley library, com.volley. That example we can write from GitHub. that is pre-written. That is just we just copy paste that code that is written like in the code. Okay, so that version is also updated from time to time. The libraries as we external libraries that we use. Okay, so that is the Gradle. That's part. Then so basically what it does, it is an email application that we can, that is a voice email that we can for blind persons, every blind persons, they can send email easily by just saying, right, the name of the email, the subject and the body. Okay, it is as smooth as that. So basically we don't have type, and we can type also, no problem. There is a text box also, there is a buttons also. Okay, so that is targeted to the blind person. So I have just uses now you will ask how I have implemented. So again, Google has done everything for us. So just I have using text to speech class, right? So there are various methods you have to learn. That is basically, that is a very advanced part you have to learn, that is used in natural language processing through ML algorithms. You can learn later. I have also not aware of those things, but the backend codes, but the methods I know. So these are methods. See, these are the anonymous inner classes, right? I have told you previously that you need to be habituated with it. So on clicking a button, what are the calls? Okay, so I haven't shown you the Java code, right, for that. Okay, so yeah, here. So toast. So upon clicking that button of the toast, this is the toast button. So upon clicking that toast button, what is done? So it's as easy as if I write in one second, toast dot set, uh, set on click. See, it is giving the suggestion. We don't have to type it also. On click listener, just away. Then we have to write the new view on click listener. And see, the whole anonymous inner class is written for us. So we just need to write the code what we need to done upon the clicking of the button. That's it. Okay. So upon clicking of the button, we just need to display a toast. What toast? Good evening, friends. Okay, email sent, that type of text. Good evening, friends. Just it will come for 3.5 seconds. Okay, 2.5 to 3 seconds, something like that, and it will vanish. And that's named snack bar kind of thing. Snack bar string message. Just it is an advanced version. I have told you what is snack bar, and snack bar there is a message. So there are three parameters. Here is also there are three parameters, like the main activity dot this is the context that I was saying you that I will be telling you later. So this is the context, main activity dot this, upon which we are standing right now upon the class, and this is the string that we are using to display, and this is a toast dot length short. So it will basically display for 2 to 5 seconds or 2 seconds. Okay, dot so it will basically display for a short amount of time. We can display it as text length long. Okay, there are two options. See, these are the integers, right? I have told you. So these are the predefined integers, nothing more than that. So snack bar also here. Yeah. So this is the simple code. So this is the text to speech application. I have just used it as a reference that Android development is so easy and interesting. Okay. So if we want to implement incorporate what is called image, okay, our own images we can see. I have downloaded an image from internet and we have used in the drawable. So drawable is basically a folder. It is defined under the res or resources. That is these are the jpgs composed. It is the app icon compose.jpg. Upon clicking this image, another activity will be called through intent. Okay, so intent application I need to show it to you. Let's move to the intent part. So you can see there are various set on click listener. These are the event handling codes. Then we are checking the connectivity of the mobile, whether it is connected to the internet or not. These all you can find in Android development. It's very easy, super easy. Right, you just have to you will get error in the process, but once you learn, you can do Android development at easy. Okay, so set speech rate you can perform with the text to speech object, and basically see here we are creating intent. So intent is a class and intent is an object, right? Then we are creating new intent And then just basically how we create an object, class name, object name equals new class name, and then the parameters that we need to pass to the constructor in Java, right? So these are the two parameters, main activity dot these and email process dot class. So you can see there are two Java classes, basically two activities we are defined, email class, email process, and main activity dot Java. So it is going to the email process dot class. Okay, this is how we need to understand. This is implicit intent. Like we are not passing any extras. We are just calling from one activity to another within the app itself. Okay, we are not using any other app for SMS adding purpose. Right. So this is how the intent. Then we just try to like this start activity and end. So it is just raising error because I dropped it 155 years further. Its libraries are outdated, but it is basically running in my phone. No problem. Just the first 40% becomes false. That's it. Okay. The start activity intent. Start activity is the method that we need to write while starting that intent. We can write it few lines after also, no problem. Just when you need to trigger that or fire that activity, right? In our wish, that time we need to write this start activity intent, and then finish. Finish is nothing but killing that activity that we are standing right now. So if we move from one activity to another, from login page to the main dashboard, so do we need to record that home login page again? No. So we need to kill that activity, login page. So finish will kill this present activity. That's the main activity, and will migrate to the email process. Okay. So then we are coming to the email process, and that's how. So so it's basically you just see this is the Java code, that pure Java code. Text is a string dot get text. Sorry, text is a that is the edit text that we are using as an input in our XML code, and get text dot to string dot trim. These are the string methods. You can see dot equals. Okay, and these operators Java. So this is everything out Java. Nothing extraordinary. Okay, count plus class. You are all familiar with these things, right? So this is how everything is developed, and yeah, I wish to show you the output also, and let's keep up to this because otherwise it will be many thing in a one day. It's not a one day job. You have to learn Android development. You have to find that zeal to learn Android development, and it's super easy. Any questions from your side till now? Then we will move to the output window. Okay, no questions. So okay, I am just muting from this and just using the phone screen. Okay. Yeah, so I am audible.
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Okay, okay. So I am sharing my screen. Hmm, just a second. Okay, it is visible now, right? The screen.
No, currently not visible.
Is it visible now?
Yes, it's visible.
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. So this is the home screen.
Hello, Ishikda, you there? You cannot be heard.
You are not audible.
So, am I audible now?
Yes,
Hello.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was inaudible. So it is a toast message that is showing good evening friends, and it is snack bar. So it is I am audible now, right?
Yes.
Okay. So basically, you can see in the YouTube that when you are offline, it is written disconnected. You are offline. That is a snack bar. And again, you are reconnected. It is shown that you are back online or back online. Such kinds of stars that is shown in snack bar. And snack bar is also shown in various other apps like message send, undo. That is in the Gmail. Okay. And toast message is also there that I have shown. These are the few that I have shown in the Java backend code and the XML code. That is the simple thing. Okay, and I want to show you these. Okay, so recently I have shown to you the speak email. Okay, so this is the speak email, that the text to speech application how I have developed. So this is the interface. This background image I have downloaded from internet and just displayed, just put it in the drawable folder that I have shown to you, and I am using it
Excuse
in that.
me, Oshikda. Sorry to interrupt, but your screen is not visible.
Okay, let's check. Yeah, so am I audible now?
Yes, Dada.
Yes, now
And the
visible.
screen? Okay. So yeah, basically this is the application.
The screen
This is
moved
the web.
away. The screen cannot be visible.
Oh,
Again, stop.
okay. I think it is due to the security reasons. Okay, no problem. Then just try once again. If it doesn't work, then I will stop sharing.
It's starting, but once
The
you
screen
just
stop.
minimizing, the screen is just
Mhm.
stop sharing.
Yeah, it's happening because I'm opening the app and due to some security reasons maybe it stops sharing. Okay, there is an issue. So okay, let's end up now. If anyone have any questions, so basically these are the applications. Uh, some challenges that I faced during the internship days. I need to share it with you. That is the multi-threading thing, right? So basically, if we develop the app at a higher scale end, so then we can see various problems like if there are multiple things running. Suppose there are some things running in the background, and we wish to do a button click, right? We wish to enter our name and submit, and at the back end, some data is uploading in the sensor. So every threads are working at simultaneously. So at that time we have to work with threads. Then we have to learn multi-threading. And for this simple apps, we don't have to learn multi-threading, no problem. But for large scale application, we have to learn multi-threading. And UI challenges is that that same challenge that I faced is for different screen, that is the UI elements move to some sides. So that is one challenge. So that is basically fixing every corners of the elements that we are using, and using relative layout and constant layout, and working with that, it's fixed. API is so if we are one API, like there are various APIs, right? That you use API, we can use the API. So I have also developed some challenges. So I have basically I will talk about it LinkedIn precisely. And there are various challenges. I have some code or easy, I think. So there are various API instances, right? So I have also that challenge API also. So API is access access. So if you implement API, you are implementing API access for some the companies, right? So basically API is the implement between data access and your app. Okay. It is basically transfers the data from the database to the app and call. So there are basically various libraries like file library, that come as lesson learned. The file library and file library are most used in Android development process. These are the most used right? If you wish to connect network to your app, those two libraries, file library, DO available in UI and retrofit, those are the most used in Java. And these are the things, basic things. So as you perform development more and Java, and then there is this one as you gain knowledge every day, and wish you have a great day, and wish you will experiment more with the app and start building more great apps in the future. Oh yeah, yeah. So many goes. So yeah, let's just share the screen, and I will share you the developers, Android developers. Sorry. So basically, you can see that Android developers. These are the things, websites you can visit. Okay, so it's the main page. You can find anything here, but if you write like this, that intent in Android developers. So see, Android developers intent, Android developers page. Okay, so anything you used to find like the intent. See, you can see everything here about intent. See these, everything, every code is written, so from the XML code to the Java code. I think network connection. Yeah. Okay. So you can see everything is see intent filter, that is in the manifest file. Okay. Then we come across. See, these are the intents that we can use: action dial, action call. These are the intents for required for calling, dialing, answer. Various other intents. Intents is very interesting. Action search, action web search. Suppose you are clicking a link and website link, and if you are redirected to a Google page or Google Chrome, that is also through intent. Okay, everything is intent. So this is action battery changed, action battery, everything, action shutdown. These are all through intents. There are various categories. You will find interesting as you read, and there is various string. uh, this is action date change, action create shortcut. These are some integers. Okay, so I'm just basically showing you the code. Yeah, see, um, Java code. See, there are sample codes. Intent is a very vast topic. That's why it's performed later hub. So it's absolute detailed study. If you study from now, then you will gain the habit of studying this documentation, because documentation, how to set an alarm through intent. If you write here how to set an alarm through intent in Android. developers. So see, every code schedule alarm. If you go to here, see you can see the code also, right? See the methods are written. Okay, so you can see, see the Java and Kotlin code. Kotlin code is here, Java code is here. This alarm manager you need to write alarm manager class, create object, typecast it, and just use it by this way. Everything is predefined, right? mm, Real-time clock alarms, and it is updated daily. Cancel an alarm, everything. Just it's an alarm. I have just shown you an example. So this is a developer's blog. So everything, if you are an Android lover, if you used to mm, develop your career in Android, you need to read this developer's blog from time to time. You have to follow this. Basically, it will become a habit if you. So. Uh, I have learned from Tech Projects, that is the YouTube channel, Tech Projects and Net Roots, basically. Net Roots and Tech Project. Basically, 70% of my initial days I have studied from Tech Projects. So basically, I have implemented the projects, and that is how I learned. And then Net Roots have also taught me. Basically, I took ideas from Net Roots about the UI designing, because in the Net Roots, the UI designs are great. So I just took the ideas from there and implemented on my own. But the basics I have learned from Niche Roots, Tech Projects, and also from Code with ID. So these are the three YouTube channels I can recommend to you. So that's all. Any doubt about Android development, you can ask me, right? And if you have any questions after these call-ins, then I am just sharing you my phone number. You can text me. Okay. If any problem, if any problem in the future also regarding Android development, I will try to answer as much as possible. Right. So that's all. Again, if you have any question, you can ask. You
Okay,
can
so
unmute yourself.
anyone have any question? You can ask in the chat box. And thank you, Oishikda, for such wonderful
No problem.
presentation.
Thank
It
you
was
too.
great to learn from you. Learned a lot of things, and I hope the mentees of Aperture will use these for contributing in Aperture open source. Right?
Yeah, of course, of course.
Yeah. So if you are there, can I have a clap reaction, everyone?
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
So if
Nice
you
to
have
hear
any
from you
doubt,
also.
just ask in the chat box, or you can turn on the mic.
Yeah, see you.
I have dropped the LinkedIn ID of Oishikda. You can contact with him on LinkedIn.
Yeah. And no need to call me sir, because you can
Yes,
experience as your senior
তো
or
দাদা
as your friend
দাদা
also.
আমার একটা
No
কোশ্চেন
problem.
দাদা আমার একটা কোশ্চেন আছে
বল।
তো এখানে কি কোনো যেমন আমরা হচ্ছে মানের ক্ষেত্রে এক্সপ্রেস ইউজ করে ইউজার অথেন্টিকেশন করি, তেমনি এখানে কোনো ইউজার অথেন্টিকেশন এরকম কিছু হয় না, বা কি কিরকম হয়?
ইউজার অথেন্টিকেশন বলতে তুই যদি ফায়ারবেস ইউজ করিস, ঠিক আছে, আহ, মানে বেসিক্যালি ফায়ারবেস তুই ইউজ করতেই পারিস। ফায়ারবেস ইউজ করা খুব ইজি, আমি জাস্ট দেখাচ্ছি এখানে। এখানে সাপোজ ধর অ্যাপারচারে গেলাম, ঠিক আছে, এখানে টুলস আছে, টুলস। তো এখানে ফায়ারবেস, ঠিক আছে, টুলসের আন্ডারে ফায়ারবেসে গেলি। এখান থেকে তুই যে কোনো মানে এখান থেকে তুই ফায়ারবেসকে ইন্টিগ্রেট করে ফায়ারবেস অথেন্টিকেশন যেটা আছে তুই ওখান থেকে অথেন্টিকেশন করতেই পারিস। বা তুই যদি স্প্রিং বুট শিখে নিস, সেখান থেকেও তুই অথেন্টিকেশন করতে পারিস জাভা। তো কোনো অসুবিধা নেই। ফায়ারবেসও সেরকম খুব সিকিউর, জানিসই ফায়ারবেস গুগলের,
একটা
ঠিক আছে।
একটা আমাদের এই ফায়ারবেস কি ওপেন সোর্স নাকি কোনো অ্যাপ রাইটের মতো?
ফায়ারবেস ওপেন সোর্স ঠিক না, মানে ব্যাপারটা হচ্ছে ফায়ারবেস হচ্ছে একটা ডেটাবেস, বেসিক্যালি গুগলের যে ওপেন সোর্স, মানে ওপেন সোর্স বলতে আমরা ইউজ করতে পারি ওটাকে, আমরা আমাদের সব ডেটা রাখতে পারি, ঠিক ঠিক আছে, আমরা অ্যাপ থেকে ওয়েব থেকে যে কোনো পারপাস আমরা ফায়ারবেস ইউজ করতে পারি। আর যেরকম আমি অ্যাপ বানিয়েছি কোনো মানে খুব ইজি ইমপ্লিমেন্ট করা, এখান থেকে জাস্ট তোকে ইমপ্লিমেন্টেশন, ওই যে গ্রেডেলে গেছিলাম গ্রেডেল, এখানে ইমপ্লিমেন্টেশনটা জাস্ট লিখতে হবে ফায়ারবেসের কারেন্ট ভার্সনটা। আর এখান থেকে জাস্ট এই অ্যাপটার সাথে প্রত্যেকটা অ্যাপের একটা SHA কি হয়, ঠিক আছে, যেটা তুই যখন গ্রেডেল বিল্ড করবি সেখানে পাবি SHA কি। সেই SHA কিটা ওই ফায়ারবেসে গিয়ে দিলেই ওখানে তুই একটা অ্যাপের নাম দিলি, যে অ্যাপটা তুই ক্রিয়েট করছিস সেটার সাথে অটোমেটিক লিঙ্ক আপ হয়ে যাবে। এবার তোকে হ্যাশম্যাপ বানিয়ে কি ভ্যালু পেয়ারে ভ্যালুগুলোকে জাস্ট ওখানে স্টোর করতে হবে ফায়ারবেসে। আর তুই যদি অথেন্টিকেশন করিস, ফায়ারবেস অথ বলে একটা জাভা ক্লাস আছে, ঠিক আছে, সেই ফায়ারবেস অথ দিয়ে তুই অথেন্টিকেশন করতে পারিস। সাপোজ লগ ইন পেজ বানাচ্ছিস তুই, তো ওটা করতে পারিস, কোনো অসুবিধা নেই।
আর অ্যান্ড্রয়েড অ্যাপ কি সবাই কি রেসপন্সিভই হয় নাকি, নাকি হচ্ছে রেসপন্সিভ করতে হয় যেমন আমরা সিএসএস এ করি?
হ্যাঁ, তোরা যেটা জাভা স্ক্রিপ্ট ইউজ করিস, সিএসএস আর এইচটিএমএল কি, সিএসএস এইচটিএমএল হচ্ছে ফ্রন্ট এন্ড, ঠিক আছে। এবার সেটাকে রেসপন্সিভ করার জন্য আমাদের জাভা স্ক্রিপ্ট এসছে, তাই তো। তো আমি যেটা
হ্যাঁ।
করলাম, অ্যাক্টিভ
Any doubt left? So
আচ্ছা,
I
এখানে ডাটাবেস হিসেবে কি মঙ্গোডিবি আর এসকিউএল কি ইউজ করা যায় না, নাকি শুধুমাত্র ফায়ারবেস কি ইউজ করা যাবে?
না 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 করা যায় তো, এসকিউএল তুই ইউজ করতে পারবি, মঙ্গোডিবি পারবি, কোনো অসুবিধা নেই। এসকিউএল তুই জেডিবিসি তুই যদি শিখে নিস, তুই ওখান থেকেই তুই ইউজ করতে পারিস, জাভা ডেটাবেস কানেক্টিভিটি যেটা বলছি আমি, ঠিক আছে। তো সেখান থেকে তুই এসকিউএল ইউজ করতে পারিস, এসকিউএল কোয়ারিজ দিয়ে কোড করতে পারিস, মঙ্গোডিবিও ইউজ করতে পারিস, সাপোর্ট আছে। জাস্ট তোকে লাইব্রেরিজ গুলো ইমপ্লিমেন্ট করে করতে হবে, ব্যাস। খুবই ভার্সেটাইল, ঠিক আছে।
হ্যাঁ, ঠিক আছে।
So I guess this is the end of the session. Hope you like the whole entire session, and please contribute in the aperture. Only 3 days left for contribution, and many swags, certificate, and everything is waiting for you guys. Uh, do apply the things you learned today, and thank you, Oishikda, for the great session. And
ওয়েলকাম,
yeah,
থ্যাংক ইউ টু।
so
ओके, ठीक है,
yeah,
ओके,
bye.
गुड नाइट एवरीवन।
Good night, guys.